America was on the verge of being completely destroyed by a gang of very powerful criminals who had made their way right into the heart of power. We didn't notice because they had become our most trusted leaders, entertainers, and politicians. But then things changed. In 2016, patriots in the U.S. military took back power legitimately with the election of Donald Trump. Plunged directly into the damage and sickening destruction caused to America and the world, they got to work dismantling the branches of this powerful secret shadow government that was in the process of siphoning off America's vast wealth to their global masters. After 2 years of a dramatic covert operation that was to include the gutting of the corrupt CIA, FBI, and Justice Department, they now face the last remaining pillar of the deep state, their vast media empire. They were using this unparalleled power to confuse the people of the world and distract from their criminality and subversion. They recognized that division and hate among people was the most effective way to keep us occupied and ignorant while they robbed us blind, engineered senseless trade deals, and destroyed distant lands for their own personal gain. The mainstream media, both in America and beyond, now remains the gravest threat to the people of the world. The battle for the American soul began in October 2017 with an NSA intelligence operation that we call Q. For the first time, the people were shown the reality of the world they live in, the extent of the corruption and crime that had been destroying their society for decades. Most of all, it showed them the path to their own liberation. Finally, on July 31st, 2018, in Tampa, Florida, President Donald Trump, avoiding the corrupt media channels by speaking directly to the people, allowed Q followers to display their support publicly. This deliberate action forced the deep state media to cover the story, as not doing so would raise a level of curiosity that could lead to a devastating mass awakening. To defend against this, they joined together in an unprecedented combined global mass media assault against Q, hoping they could deter the public from discovering the truth about our world. They call it a conspiracy, a word associated with unlawful or nefarious actions, depicting Q followers as a danger to society instead of peace-loving patriots just trying to break free from the prison of the mind that was created for them. Their attack on Q was to be just one of countless knowingly false narratives started and pushed by the criminals that control our media. They said Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2016 presidential election. They said he was a puppet to Putin. They claimed he would hurt relationships with our allies. They said he would collapse the economy and the stock market. We heard he was about to go to war with North Korea. They are saying he will do the same with Iran. They even said he would destroy the whole world. These fake narratives kept on coming, and they spread them with full knowledge that they were lies meant to stop the one force that could end them for good. It's time the American people and those all over the world ask themselves what is really going on. What are the people who control our media afraid of? What are they hiding? If you look, you will discover that the fake news media is not free or independent. You will see it is just a propaganda arm of the deep state. You will discover the names and faces of the cabal agents who have colluded to destroy our republic and bend us to their will. They want you divided. Divided by race. Divided by religion. Divided by political affiliation. They want this because divided you are weak. Together you are strong. It's time to research for yourself. You will find many things, among them an unprecedented number of sealed indictments filed in preparation for a mass arrest event. You will also discover an unprecedented list of corrupt CEOs who have recently been removed from their posts. You will see the same in the Senate and in Congress. And you will see the same at the top of the FBI and the Justice Department. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. It is about we, the people. The world is currently witnessing the largest mass treason event in living history. But instead of being fearful, we should be filled with hope. Instead of fighting among ourselves, we should face our only true enemy, the criminal deep state and their once invincible mainstream media apparatus. Do you want to free yourself? It's easy. Follow Q and turn them off.
We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you Patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks. The PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. You kind of see some changes, a little bit of camera angles. Yeah, I had to change some things out. This morning, we found out that they were censoring us inside a Patriot shoot with cutting off the cameras and everything. And, I thought was kind of cool is I'm sitting here going back and forth through my equipment. See, this is the kind of censorship that they do. Okay, you need to understand. And as you see this happen, and then I'll switch gears and maybe it might come up and show it like it used to be. It did. See? Oh, there we are. All right, cool. So both cameras work, but they tried to obviously take me down this morning. Didn't work. I did a lot of screen shares, so if you see a lot of that, out of my control. But that's the kind of shenanigan stuff that they're doing right now. If you're a member of Patriot Shoot, you know what happened this morning. You were live and got to see it firsthand, which sometimes when people see it firsthand, it kind of blows them away. And that's how it really goes viral because of word of mouth. Folks, we're probably the most censored platforms and organization on the internet. We have the #1 banned show on the internet. Why? The only thing I can tell you is we tell the truth. That's why. And some people tell half-truths. They tell you truths to get you in, and then they tell you a bunch of mistruths to make you go down this rabbit hole, that rabbit hole. Oh, yeah, and by the way, that one right there. It's by design. What are we trying to accomplish here? Number one, we're trying to get you the truth. We've got some exciting news today. A lot of you already know an arrest has happened. Okay. That's something we can take to heart. Let us know where your watch is from, because this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com. Folks, we are more than just a website. We are a full-functioning, badassery Patriot broadcasting network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Don't forget, folks, there's several different ways to be able to help us out here at PPN. You'll see the red donate now button. You'll see that right there. Damn, they're doing it again. Just click on that. That helps us with our server storage. Our awesome mods and admins will be putting that out as well. Yeah, that's kind of cray-cray. Also, folks, get on Patriot Shoot. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. You really want to know what's going on? You're tired of being lied to. Zero bots, zero algorithms. I don't have to sell it because it works. We have a truth-telling machine, ladies and gentlemen. It'll let you know 2 to 3 days in advance really what's going on. Why do you think our record is stellar? It's not by coincidence. It's not by luck. It's by systems. We've had enough time to understand truly what's real and what's not. Who's real and who's fake. Who's wearing a mask and who's not. Who should be hanging and who should be fed to the guillotines. We got good equipment sitting around. It's called land costs. We need to put it to use. Find out this and more. Again, zero algorithms, meaning 100% is going to see the post. Zero bots. Everybody's a human being. Hey, loving my UK brothers and sisters on Patriot Shoot. Yeah. Now it's going to pay dividends to have the truth on the ground. Remember, we all said it would start in London. Here it is. It's starting right now. Get on join.patriotshoot.com. Folks, you need to go to our partners. Bottom line, go to the PatriotPartyNews.com. Check them out. They do everything that you need it to do. I'm just going to run right through this. Biowhipping, get that crap out of your body. Just click on that button. It'll tell you what to do and get you some clean slate. Also, our links are in the chats as well. And by the way, if you see a mod or admin or someone that's out there volunteering and sharing a link out of our stuff, helping us and also helping us whack trolls like Kansas Jack, I hit in the mouth just now. Thank you. Tell them thank you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, admins. Thank you guys for volunteering your time, your effort, and not to mention you're battling all of these freaking bots. I like how y'all punch them in the mouth. Thank you. And also our PP in chat. What's up? Good to see you. And then, folks, get on TubePatriot.com. TubePatriot.com. Jamie, you got to go through Patriot Shoot. So if you want to be a part of us, we've got connections there as well. Cool. All right. Let me go ahead and bring on, man, I hate this camera, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and bring on Dallas. Man, don't you hate it sometimes we get to switch things up and you're not necessarily liking it, but you have no other choice because you're just trying to make it through this, man. It's nuts with the censorship, man. It has tripled what it was in 2020. And that has always been a good indicator for me personally from a tech standpoint. You know, as it gets worse, things start compounding. And then what? Here we are. So I'm assuming, and I can only imagine, you're probably doing some moonwalks, probably doing a little bit of dance, hearing about Prince Andrew being arrested. Now, that's not good enough for me, and I'm sure it's not good enough for you, obviously, because that's great and all, and that's going towards it. How about some USA arrest? How about we get some politicians in actual iron? You know what I'm saying? Hearing them just clickety clack.
Handcuffs and perp walks, baby.
Yeah, man.
No, my phone started blowing up this morning with Prince Andrew, which is awesome, but it's another country, right? I mean, and now he's a royal, so that's a huge deal. But we got other countries are taking our proof and arresting their citizens, but we're not arresting anybody in our country, which is just mind-boggling to me. But I had a thought when you were opening up, Chaz. We know how much, I don't know exactly, but I have an idea. You know how much it costs for our data storage, right? Can you imagine how many tax dollars, our American tax dollars, our government is spending daily, weekly, monthly, and annually to store 30,000 guillotines? Because that's what we've been doing since Barack Obama's second term, because he bought 30,000 guillotines for us. For us. So how much does it cost to store 30,000 guillotines daily, weekly, monthly, yearly? And how many of our it's our tax dollars paying for it, right? So I agree, man. I think it's time to break them out of storage and start putting them to use with these dirtbag, pedophile, satanic worshiping cannibals. And it should have started yesterday, in my opinion. I mean, literally last week, if not last year. But today's the day, brother. I am excited because people are starting to pay attention. And Chaz, there are Epstein files coming out in other countries that are not redacted by our DOJ. And it's because Pam Bondi apparently is all over these things in other countries. So the files that are coming out and being released in Germany and other countries got Pam Bondi representing and supporting and being the legal counsel for a bunch of dirtbags that are on that list, brother.
100%. That it's I know it's everywhere. I'm getting text messages about this. They're saying they're evacuating Americans as we speak in Iran. Hang on, let me pull this up on the screen real quick.
I'm here. We're within 24 hours of our first missile strike.
I mean,
I think that's a terrible idea and a terrible plan, but you know.
Yep. So here it is. It's more than just U.S. We've got evacuation warning. Poland orders citizens to leave Iran immediately. So they must have made the call to other countries saying, hey, it's going to let you know we're getting down at this time. They have gone past the point of no return. Anyway, here it is. Please leave Iran immediately. Do not go to this country under any circumstances. Polish Prime Minister. Risk of armed conflict. Warning, evacuation could become impossible within hours. We're talking about U.S. strike group's position. Iran issues rocket launch alert. Nuclear talks stalled. U.S. Iran showdown incoming. U.S. strike group's position. Iran issues rockets, alert, and then just pretty much nuclear talks have stalled. And like I said, this is across the board, Dallas.
I'm reading that Israel is planning, after our initial strike, Israel is planning on using tactical nukes to just wipe Iran off the map.
Yeah.
Which we all know.
You know that, was it Trump supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Rome, Georgia tonight. Okay.
Yeah,
he's going to be speaking in Rome, Georgia tonight, MTG stomping ground, obviously, for more or less replacing her there. I would be interested to know, why is all of a sudden they're bringing up all of these assassination things with Trump? Trump talked about it a little while ago. Man, that's getting on my nerves. Sorry. Anyway, talking about if Iran supposedly assassinates him, in writing, he has instructions to blow them off the face of the planet. Is that what we're about to see? We've been talking about a fake Trump assassination, homie, for a minute, okay? And not just us either. How I got on this bandwagon was because of General Flynn, because I heard him talking about it like super early on, because I'll never forget it. I was in Warren's living room, and I'd stopped by his house, and he was playing it. He said, man, you got to hear this. And so I sat down, and I devoted about 30 minutes listening to this. I can't remember who it was with, but he named it play by play what we're about to see here. And it looks like, the Simpsons supposedly predicted this. And I never really watched a full episode of The Simpsons. Okay. But I know what it is. It's been around my whole entire, over half our lives, and
it's been running consistently.
Since late 80s, right?
30 plus years. So yeah. It's, this is all I know. And I would say this factually, but I can't back it up factually. But if Trump is assassinated or pretend assassinated, the one group I can tell you it's not going to be is Iranian soldiers.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Iran. It's going to be Mossad and Israel, because that's their end game. They want the United States in a full-blown war in the Middle East again, specifically to eradicate Iran. I found a guy on Facebook, of all places, which is super weird, but ex-military, and he is telling people to buy supplies and to shutter indoors for 72 hours when this stuff goes down. Because he is blatantly saying it is not Mossad, it's Mossad. It is not,
right,
any kind of terrorist organization that we are familiar with and known of, and it's definitely not coming out of Iran.
That is 100% correct. We knew it was going to be. This is really, it comes to no surprise to you or I, and a lot of our viewership as well. But probably 25% of the people that are watching us right now are kind of perking up, saying, "What? Yeah, that's why it's very important that you get woken up. You know what's going on. Get on Patriot Shoot. You can look at the historics. Look at some of our historics on some of our social media if it's still there. Don't be surprised if it's not. This guy's first name is Shane. I'm still trying to figure him out, but he's got some really good stuff. We've seen him a lot on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen him too, obviously.
Yeah.
I think
I send you a lot of his stuff.
some of his stuff. Yeah. So anyway, check this out.
Have you seen this clip of one of Putin's top guys, Sergei Lavrov? He's the Russian foreign minister. And what he's talking about in this clip will likely never be on our media here, even though what he said is so shocking, because it would make people here who would be on the fence, perhaps, about what's going on over in Russia and Ukraine and everything, it would make them wonder if someone's fibbing, because obviously there's two sides to every story. Is someone fibbing? I can't believe he said this. Check it out.
Обсуждать, потому что эта тема не имеет отношения к нашей дипломатической работе. Эта тема имеет отношение к обнажению того лица, который называется коллективный Запад, и который называется глубинное, даже теперь уже не государство, а глубинный союз, который руководит всем Западом и пытается руководить всем миром. То, что это вообще ниже человеческого понимания, то, что это чистой воды сатанизм, наверное, нормальному человеку объяснять не нужно.
So hold on. So this guy, Sergei Lavrov, he's 75 years old. We have a grandparent in Russia talking about how our countries over here are what exactly involved in? Like, it's one thing if he would say, and Putin would say, like, oh, we're competing because we're opposing forces and we're trying to get the most resources for ourselves and we're at war because, like, their policies are messed up. But they're going like full bore talking about what some of us over here talk about. There could be an interesting, maybe perhaps hidden hand that is pulling some strings. And perhaps they worship 40-foot stone owls, Moloch, and other deities. So what's the big idea with that, man? You see why this wouldn't be aired on our media, right? It's like he's saying that they're worshiping Shmatan. Like, that is not good optics. It's like when you call someone crazy and they go, I'm not crazy. That's exactly what a crazy person would say, right? So I don't know. Very strange. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah.
Proof's in the pudding, man. It's all in the emails. Man, they are sacrificing, mutilating, raping, and eating children. That's about as satanic as you get, brother.
And they're being protected.
Yeah, which is
people that we deemed or thought that we trusted or might have voted for their administration or them, but I shouldn't say the administration, but it always happens. That's how entrenched the deep state, the Mossad is. And you're about to see a huge uprooting of this, but they're going to scare the piss out of us for us not to really pay that much attention. It's like we were always told, it's going to be 9/11. It's like a teardrop compared to what we're about to experience. And I feel it. And I'm not trying to give off really bad vibes and trying to down, oh no, negative frequency, look out. No, I'm saying that this is where we're at. This is reality.
Trump has been giving the signs and the warnings for 2 weeks, saying that there's a likelihood that military, incursions are going to take place. They're going to land on American soil. That's because they know they're already here. They're already in our country. So when this pops off, it is going to be disruptive across the globe because they have sleeper cells all over, and Mossad has the freedom to fly in and out of our country unrestricted on our military bases. So they are everywhere, and it's going to look like chaos. And again, there were so many easier ways to do this, but for whatever reason, they've picked the absolute hardest and potentially most destructive and most deadly option. And I just that just floors me. I can't even wrap my rational brain around that concept of we're going to take the option that is the most deadly, most disruptive, and causes the most chaos. But hey, it's all for the good of the people. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, Chess.
It's just like chemtrails.
Well, and I just read a thing today.
They're poisoning their ass every single day. I mean, literally, I've gotten that paranoid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why this is coming to me, but it is because I was taking my son to school this morning. I'm sure you're taking your daughter to school this morning as well, probably. That's the first thing I think about is what is going into their bodies what from food, nutrition, and then now you've got to think about, okay, clean air. You know, and it gets borderline to where you think about putting a mask on it, but hell, it's everywhere. This is what they're doing, and we've got to stop it.
It's all the movies, Chaz. I mean, how many movies have come out in the last decade where in order to walk around outside, you got to have a full-blown gas mask on?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Trump signed an executive order in the last week making glyphosate pesticides legal and an order of national security, which means they're unsuable, right? Like you can't file lawsuits, even though glyphosates are known carcinogens, cancer-causing carcinogens, that now Trump has signed an executive order allowing them to be sprayed on all of our crops, all of them, even the organic, quote unquote, crops. But yet, he's the white hat. He's doing everything to make us healthy and us, you know. I mean, he says one thing and then he's doing other things, and they don't go together. And I'm just, you know, I'm not bashing Trump. I'm just telling you what's happening. He signed an executive order making it a matter of national security to spray glyphosates on all of our crops to preserve our food supply. But yet that food supply is going to kill everyone. I asked myself that exact question, Silent Swan.
Yeah.
Why would he do that? Like that seems completely counterintuitive and anti-MAGA, anti-make America healthy again. Like it's the opposite of what he promised. And yet I get criticized for simply asking that question. Like that doesn't make sense. Mr. President, why would you do that? Why would you sign that executive order? But let's ask him. I wish we could. He won't respond to us.
Hell, every time we try to ask for an interview for a lot of this stuff that's pivotal, they tell us that they're not going to do it. But yet they'll have other networks do it and put a certain spin on it because it's bullshit. It's just all of it. It you know, to shield us, to distract us, everything. I mean, what's happening here at New York Liberty International Airport temporarily is totally shut down. I think all up till 11 p.m. last night. I don't know. Is it reopened? I haven't looked. I haven't checked. Do you know anything about this by chance, Dallas?
I haven't heard any updates. No.
Okay.
That's JetBlue. So
yeah. So they shut down the whole airport, not this plane.
Yeah.
They did the same thing, didn't they, in El Paso?
In El Paso, I mean, they were going to shut it down for 10 whole days. It ended up being shut down for not quite 24 hours, to my knowledge, but I don't know, man. It definitely suspicious.
Someone was just asking, was there any executive orders put out here recently? I have not heard of any new ones. We'll check into that though. Let's see here, and then we've got a Mr. Poole post. They're saying today on his 66th birthday, former Prince Andrew was arrested by British police at the Sandringham estate. The charge misconduct, public office. So he's talking about that in terms of that's matching up to what we've been talking about since we probably started this, obviously. Now we can say finally something's happening. Now the question is, somebody said, will he have cake on his birthday while being interrogated on his birthday? Well, you know, let's see. Now they're posting talking about Florida Democrat mayor's fiance just sentenced as a Chinese spy. And he helped her win office. This is Elaine Wang. Here's the.
Yeah, I'm looking at the glyphosate thing right now, the executive order. I'm trying to get the number for people. Give me a minute. When I get the number, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna play this real quick.
Yeah.
Rudabeh, this is such a strange and intriguing story. As you said, the mayor of Arcadia linked to now a convicted Chinese spy. We tried to ask her some questions about the sentence, but she refused to answer. Arcadia Mayor Eileen Wang not taking questions about the sentencing of a convicted Chinese spy who she once referred to as her boyfriend and fiance and who worked on her campaign. Can you just give us your reaction to the sentence? Mayor Wang has not been accused of any wrongdoing in connection with this case involving the Chinese spy that began to unfold several years ago. Tuesday's council meeting was the first since the now convicted spy, Yao Ying's son, who also went by Mike's son, was sentenced to 4 years in prison for his covert actions on behalf of the Chinese government.
Wow.
The feds say starting in 2020, Sun operated a pro-Chinese Communist Party news website for the Chinese American community. Sun was also directed by Chinese officials to boost the campaign of an unidentified Southern California politician. This is Wang talking about her relationship with Sun at a council meeting from December of 2022.
To my fiancé, Director Mike's son, who walks streets with me every single day, who is a real leader of me.
After Sun was charged, Wang tried to distance herself from Sun.
Number one, he's not my fiancé. Whoever wants to see he's my fiancé or former fiancé, please prove it.
The U.S. Attorney's Office would not confirm or deny whether they are investigating Wang, which is their standard rule. The LA Times has reported that she is not under investigation. Still, she would not answer any of our questions.
What I could find is he signed that executive order yesterday. It's February 18th, 2026, about the glyphosate and spraying the crops. I couldn't find the number, but I found an article talking about it. But,
Okay.
a little meme, or what is it, short, reel, whatever those things are called, talking about it.
Right.
And, again, I was reading the comments. Yeah, we don't know all the details. You're right, but we don't. But that don't make no sense. I mean, you're gonna give full autonomy to the military and to the government to spray poisonous carcinogens all on all of our crops. Like that's what it's for. It's for, and it's a part of national security. So it's layered under national security, meaning there's no repercussions. Right? You get cancer, you die. Your family can't sue the government. They can't sue the farmers that sprayed it because they're being mandated by the government. So it doesn't make sense. And that's been my problem, Chaz, for the last several months, is this administration is doing and saying things that don't make sense. They don't align with MAGA. They don't align with Make America Healthy Again. They don't align with America First and protecting the people. And you can tell me all day long that it's 5D chess and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, if you're the pawn in the 5D chess that gets sacrificed and gets kicked, gets killed and thrown off the table, well, then don't come bitching to me, or if your family member is one of the pawns that gets killed, don't come bitching to us because you didn't want to contemplate or even question the decisions that are being made. And I think that is our number one job, Chaz, is to question. It doesn't mean that we go guns a-blazing and vigilante. It just we have the right. That's our First Amendment right, is the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech. And with that freedom of speech is the freedom to question. And I would just like to know why. I mean, Silence One, that's the best question ever. We should ask him. I would just like to know why. Why would you sign that? Oh, he was given bad advice. Well, he knows what glyphosates are. He knows what carcinogens are. I mean, he's a brilliant, brilliant man. You're telling me that he just like, oh, okay, and he just signed an executive order? BS. I don't swallow that. And I think it is our duty, and it's working, to scream at the top of our lungs that we want these satanic, pedophile, scumbag, molesting, raping, trafficking cannibals held accountable. And I don't care if it brings the entire world down governmentally. We the people will rebuild it. And that's, if anything, Americans are better at this than any other country in the world. When the shit hits the fan, Chaz, we come together and we fix it. And we put parties aside, we put colors aside, we put races aside. We just come together and we fix it. And that is exactly what's going to happen. They just need to pull the switch. They need to pull the trigger and get these dirtbags off the streets.
Well, flames are erupting from Brooklyn, New York, manholes, as flames are coming out of it, as cars explode and hundreds are evacuated. This is not a good idea, a good thing, I don't think. Here's a picture. Dramatic videos have captured the moment flames spewed from manholes in New York City. That sounds like a gas leak to me, homie.
Yeah, and manholes, I mean, those covers weigh like 75 pounds. You shoot one of those things a couple hundred feet in the air. You ain't walking away from that one, Chaz.
Distractions? We think.
Yeah.
Man, this has happened in multiple manholes, not just, here's another one. Man, it just looks staged to me, and I'm sorry. That's the way I feel. It's my personal opinion. It just looks staged, bro. Oh, it is. Looks too perfect. How about that?
Yeah, and then you have another one behind it. I mean, I agree. I mean, that seems like a gas leak. It was shooting out of that manhole. Gee whiz.
I'm sorry to say my car melted on yours. No way, no. Yeah. Okay. I've got some real serious questions to ask you. Without looking at any titles or anything, doesn't that look like the famous actor that was in Wolf of Wall Street as the guy that was one of the stockbrokers alongside? I'm serious, because
a little bit, yeah.
when you do a close-up and you look at that now, and then look at that. See, I'm just telling you, I'm sitting here and telling you the hair is parted exactly the right way. I mean, you're like, man, come on, Chaz. No. I'm telling you, things are not what they seem. And it's kind of messing with me a little bit. This is South Korea's ousted president, Yoon Suk Yeol, was sentenced to life in prison on Thursday after he was found guilty of orchestrating a rebellion when he declared martial law on December 3rd of 2024. Didn't work out, I guess.
I mean, isn't China already under martial law? What does martial law look like in a martial law country? That's got to be scary, man.
Yeah, it's not making any sense. None at all. Let's see here. Yeah, and then I got this too. More of it's coming out about breaking news on the Americans in Iran right now. Let me pull this up on the screen. So yeah, within, I'd say, about a 24-hour window, it sounds like to me. I agree with you. I mean, we 2 days? We said like 70, whatever, 48 hours yesterday. I mean, we've been on it. I mean, it seems like it's heated up every single day, and
it is going the wrong direction, in my opinion. But yeah.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I mean, because once this happens, the scare event is pretty much a guaranteed at that point. And I still think we're going to have to go through all of this. We're going to have to. If what we've been told, and I hate to say this, but for what we've been told, everything we've been told has ended up coming true. It might be a different name. Here it is. Yeah, Americans in Iran are receiving messages to leave Iran immediately. This is being reported by Russian news. By the way, Russia's doomsday plane is there. Okay. You've got China ships there as well. All of Iran's buddies are there waiting for us to do something. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be on and popping. If we want this to truly happen, I think it's got to happen. I mean, and something has to happen to wake the majority of us up. We're awake. We've been awake. We've been trying to tug on people. Some people have actually seen the light and are now starting to come to their local conspiracy theorists. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I disagree.
So am I. So many others that are out there putting their face out there, and even those that are in the chats that people are, know in our audience.
Yeah, that's one part that I disagree with the plan, though, because the people that are asleep at this point, they're asleep by choice. They're asleep on purpose. And you could show them, because I've had these conversations. I've shared some of them, right? I've had these arguments or debates where you show them the proof. Like here's article, story, article, peer-reviewed article in the medical journal, in the Cambridge Journal of Medicine, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't believe you. Well, I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to believe this mountain of evidence and proof that I'm showing you. I'm not telling you. Yesterday, people are like, oh, Dallas is making claims, but he doesn't back anything up. What have I said that I haven't backed up? I looked up Thomas Massey's net worth because, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene made, her net worth increased from $75,000 to $30 million. Yes. And I've said it over and over and over again. You don't know why she left Congress? Because she took part in insider trading. She bought Pfizer. She bought Moderna before COVID, right? Right before it happened, right before lockdowns. She took part in insider trading. Thomas Massey's net worth is like right around $3 million. Well, the guy was wealthy before he was an attorney, before he went into service, right? So he isn't taking money from APEC, and he's not doing insider trading, at least on the public books, right? But I'm bewildered, man. I'm befuddled why we have to go through this, because they're not going to wake up, Chaz. And that's my honest opinion, because the ones that are still asleep, the ones that are still just absolutely bucking the reality of what the world we live in, they're doing it on purpose, and they don't want to wake up. It's like Cypher in the Matrix, the guy that wanted to go back into the Matrix.
Cut a deal with them, yeah.
The people that are asleep today, they are Cypher. Like, they don't want to wake up. They've seen glimpses, right? It's like Christianity, right? Every human being on the planet has been exposed to God and to Jesus Christ in one way or another, for the most part, right? At the very least, God itself, right? But yet they still choose not to follow. They still choose that, Israel, Jewish people. Again, this isn't anti-Zionism. This is just our anti-Semitic. It's just a fact. If you are a Jew, if you are a practicing Jew, you do not believe Jesus Christ was the Messiah, despite all of the proof and all the historical facts and all of the evidence, the mounds and mounds and mounds of evidence. They will never wake up until they stand before the judgment seat of God and have to account. And then it's too late. And I think that's where we are today. So we got to wake them up. No, they're not going to wake up, Chaz. So what we need to do is just fix the world. And then either they're going to come along, because most of them don't give a rip anyway, right? They're just going through life. Doesn't matter. Or they're not. And if they don't, then that's their choice too. But there's definitely a planetary shift, split coming, where those of us that believe and are awake and know go one way. I think
that's already starting to happen. I think
goes down a completely different
right now with what Trump is doing, or his administration is doing. One of the two that's causing this massive confusion. Okay, it goes back to what you're asking before, and what Silent Swan said earlier on. Said, why not ask him? Ask him, why would he do this? But it goes back to confusion. People, I've heard it across, and I can about break my pen. And everyone says, "Oh, it's him playing his role." No, it could be him playing chess, but I think right now this is not the time to do that. But then again, I'm thinking like, man, that's not realistic. Something has gone horribly wrong. And I'm going to put this out there, and I'm going to say this. What if that's not the real Trump?
I mean, we've always heard that there are multiples. There, the black hat Trump and the white hat Trump. I don't particularly fall into that category because one, why are you going to let them interchange, right? Like, oh, this is the black hat Trump. He's going to be in charge for a couple
he's doing things that's not him. He's making decisions, and everybody, and we've even said this and alluded to this as well. I mean, here's the thing. I'm one of the biggest Trump fans you ever meet in your fucking life. Oh, that came out. Sorry. Sorry about that. I mean, seriously, I voted for him 3 to 4 times, whatever time there was every time. Man, all in, 100%. Studied him, knew him before politics, had the opportunity to brush shoulders with his company earlier in my life.
Yeah.
And so now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this, and so is everybody. I don't care who you are. Oh, I knew it all along. Great for you. Wear a freaking button, okay? I'm sitting here. It gets to a point where you start making excuses because, yes, your faith needs to be in Jesus. I know. But there are people on earth that you do put some type of trust in. And that's why you're giving them your vote.
Yeah.
And so I just can't see how and fathom where we keep on blaming his administration. It comes to a point, just like you said, he knows what he's signing on. He's coherent enough. We see him. And if this is a game, or this is like the art of war, why? Why? Go back to that question again.
It's so the executive order, to my knowledge, from what I found, Silent Swan was signed yesterday, the 18th. maybe some of the decisions he's making is to draw out deep state characters. Well, okay. I mean, Bill Gates has been absolutely run through the ringer. Well, who is the guy that is sponsoring these bills to spray glyphosates and spray Roundup on all of our crops? It's Bill Gates. He's already exposed. So why make this a law, right? Why make this a mandate where every farmer has to spray these things on our crops? And again, I'll go back to this. I'll kind of close with this because I know we got to wrap up, but I'm hearing incredibly positive things on the RV side and the global, the GCR, the global currency reset. Incredibly positive, like literally days to weeks from that really, really happening. Money is moving and blah, blah, blah. And then on the geopolitical side of things, we're about to bomb the piss out of Iran and start World War III. Like those two things, they don't go together. They're supposed to, in my head anyway. They're supposed to go together, right? Peace, prosperity, abundance and peace and prosperity and abundance in the world. But I'm getting two different sets of information. I'm getting really positive things on the RV side. Now, mind you, a year and a half, 2 years, 5 years late, from what I wanted and what I expected and what I thought. But I'm hearing very positive things. Mark Z, I know we don't bring him up very much, but I'm hearing the exact same things he's hearing. But then we look at the geopolitical side of things and the things that are happening inside of our government, inside of this administration and around the world, and they don't mix. And I can't wrap my head around it. I'm really, really searching for the truth. And that's how you opened up the show, Chaz. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. Have we been, have we spoken out of turn or misspoken or dropped an F-bomb here or there? Yes. But we've been right way more than we've been wrong.
Amen.
But at least you said it kind of under your breath. The last time I did it, I just blurted out full force, the F word. But it's all I want is the truth. I want truth and accountability. That's all I want in this world. I don't even really want the money. The money is a tool. The money just allows me to go and positively impact more people. But what I really want is truth and accountability. But
Love it, man. Well, we all want them to put up or shut up, right?
Yes, that's all I want, Chaz. I just want them to do what they say they're going to do.
Yep. Appreciate you, brother. As always, you have a good day. God bless.
See you guys.
Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate you guys tuning in as you always do. Hey, listen up. Love for you to be a part of our Patriot Project. Listen, you can text your first and last name to 877-776-6391 right now. We're looking for entrepreneur-minded individuals that want to take things in their life to the next level and helping people as well. You'll be contacted within the next 48 hours if this is you and this is what you're wanting to do. Again, text your first and last name to 877-776-6391 right now, and you'll be contacted within the next 48 hours. All right, folks. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. Thank you. God bless, and we'll be seeing you tonight. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.